Good evening and welcome to Anchorage, Alaska for Alaska Baseball League action. Dr. John Groth with you on the pregame show. The coaches are meeting with the umpires right now as we speak, going over the ground rules and handing out the lineup cards. Had a chance to talk to one of the Chinook pitchers during the batting practice time, and we heard from, we're working through the roster now and the pitching staff. We'll go through the pitchers first, and had a chance to catch up with Tristan Copeland. And Tristan's on my actually pickup route, so I've gotten to know him a little bit in the first few weeks of being up here. And let's hear what Tristan had to say about his experiences so far in Alaska right now. All right, we're out here in the outfield during batting practice with Tristan Copeland. He's on my bus route, so good to interview you. Kind of sucking air here after taking some grounders, but
yeah.
Tell the folks at home a little bit about just where you're from, your baseball history a little bit, and who's Tristan Copeland?
All right, well, like you said, my name's Tristan Copeland. I'm a pitcher at Oklahoma Christian University in Edmond, Oklahoma. I'll be transferring there this upcoming year.
Okay.
From Albuquerque, New Mexico. Baseball career kind of just started when I was 3 years old. My mama says I came out of the womb with a bat in my hands. My dad, he's been my coach. He's been my best friend. He's been my supporter. He's been my biggest encourager and also my highest critic. But I thank him a lot for that. That's kind of what a good dad is supposed to do. Went to high school at Sandia High School in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Kind of made the transition to pitching after my freshman year of college. I came into college as a catcher at New Mexico Military Institute.
Right.
Spent about a year and a half there. They realized that I kind of was having a little bit of trouble with the down and in ball, trying to catch that. It was kind of just clanking. It wasn't much. I don't say I was a catcher. I was more of a clanker. But that was really when pitching kind of really just started to take off for me, and started doing driveline and kind of just kept on throwing harder, kept on developing my pitches, and now here we are out in beautiful Alaska, playing a bunch of baseball, glorifying God every single day. It's
Awesome.
the biggest blessing I could ever ask for.
Talk about how you ended up playing for the Chinooks.
So this summer I was hired by Oklahoma City Ambassadors, which is an organization run by Cole Cleveland, to be their 18U pitching coach.
Okay.
And I was going to pitch for them, and I was going to kind of coach as well. It was a really great opportunity. I had played in that organization when I was 18 years old. What ended up happening is, unfortunately, we were both kind of receiving a little bit of knowledge from God about, hey, we take another year to get the team going.
Right.
So we decided to do that. After that, I reached out to Tim Cole, head coach for the Chinooks, and we kind of just started talking about the possibilities. He gave me a call, and he was like, yeah, we got some room. We'd love to be able to have you out here and pitch for us. And, I mean, I don't know anybody who would say no to going to Alaska to be able to play baseball. It's a beautiful, beautiful creation, and, I mean, it's been awesome ever since I got out here.
So is coaching, is that something you want to pursue later on?
If God tells me to.
Okay.
That's really it's really kind of up to him.
Right. That's a good approach.
Yeah, it's something that my dad did for I think I want to say like 20 years or so.
Okay.
He was a head coach. It's kind of something. I love being able to kind of like help guys on our team. I mean, one thing about this team that I really love is that we all kind of sit down and we all kind of help each other out. I mean, I love to be out in the field with even infielders,
right,
and outfielders, catchers as well. I mean, I've done a lot of it in college. I'm not saying I'm knowledgeable in any of those areas, but if they need help or anything like that, I'm super there to be there for them. It's always just kind of something that really is really fun to do, but coaching is most definitely an option. Like I said kind of before, just whatever God really wants me to do.
Talk about what you feel like you've gotten out of the discipleship piece this summer. We're still not even halfway home yet, but I'm just curious to hear your take on it.
Well, discipleship most definitely has not been easy for me to sit through. It's most definitely been not challenging as in keeping my attention, but challenging in the fact of what I'm hearing, what God has really been putting on my heart, influencing. The biggest thing that I've kind of taken away from really discipleship, I guess it's kind of two things. Number one would be kind of just to kind of surrender everything that I have to God. and the other one would be on how to kind of really kind of forgive myself for a lot of the things that I fail in every single day. It's I always really kind of struggle when I don't live up to unrealistic expectations I put on myself, and it's really been an amazing thing to be able to kind of listen to Rain when he was here, to really understand on how the idea of forgiving oneself and kind of what God says on how we're forgiven, and He has cast our sins as far as the east is from the west. Psalm 103:12. That's really been a verse that's really stuck out to me.
All right, last thing. Favorite experience so far that's kind of purely Alaskan?
Ooh, I would have to say probably.
We still got a lot in front of us.
Yeah, no, we do. I would say probably as of right now, it would be the hikes.
Okay.
We hiked up Mount Baldy in the day before our very first game, and we were able to see Denali all the way from the top of there, and
That's
it was
so cool.
It's kind of crazy to me, just like it's 180 miles away. Like
Right.
my eyes shouldn't be able to see that far. So that was kind of a really, really cool experience to kind of have.
Well, Tristan, thanks for taking time away from your fungo to talk to me. I enjoy riding with you, hearing your thoughts, and look forward to a lot of great things. You've had a great start. Congrats on the start on the mound.
Thank you very much.
Really helped the Chinooks kind of get their feet on the ground this summer. So thanks for taking time, and I hope things go well for you the rest of the summer.
Thank you very much.
All right, we are back, and the anthem has just been completed, and so appreciate Tristan Copeland giving me some of his pregame time. What a fun guy to ride around. He's we got three of them in the truck that I drive off and on, and actually Ken McCarty has been very gracious in allowing him to use or allowing the three guys on my pickup route to use his car an awful lot. So on our way down here, those guys ride with me and leave Ken's car at the ballpark. And so thanks for Tristan giving me that pregame interview. Let's walk you through the lineups for tonight's game. The Bucs are taking their warm-ups, their last few warm-up tosses as we speak. For the Chinooks, they are 6-7 on the year. They're led by first-year head coach Tim Cole. Here's the lineup Coach Cole has put down for tonight's ballgame. Leading off is the second baseman, Ryan Leonasio. Batting second, the catcher, Blake Wilhoit. Batting third, left fielder, Ryan Callahan. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, Ty Beck. Batting fifth, designated hitter, Austin Young. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Ryan Matheson. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Tommy Rover. Batting eighth, right fielder, Braden Broom. And batting ninth for the Chinooks, center fielder, Mike Kelly. On the mound for the Chinooks is Garrett DeClue. Defensively for the Bucs, Ben Haar in left, Lex Bodeker in center, Joey Narat in right field. Around the infield, Jackson Sorensen at third, Alex Pendergast at short, Curtis Hebert at second, Dante Turgeon at first. Behind the plate is Trenton Burkhalter. And on the mound, 6'2", 210, a left-handed freshman out of Arizona State University, Steven Hernandez. Here's Ryan Leonasio. Ryan Leonasio will lead things off. And time is called now. Mr. Umpire looking down to the Chinook. Oh, my goodness. The fence fell down right in front of the bullpen. We got an issue here. So the Mr. Umpire has gone down, and I think they're just going to prop it up for the moment. Part of the fencing on the Chinook side of the field, which is when they play the Bucs, the Chinooks are in the first base dugout, pitchers down the right field line in the bullpen, that area. There's a piece of fence that actually just fell down, and the umpires are kind of shrugging their shoulder. The first base umpire has run down there, and they're trying to secure that so that if a player, right fielder, has to go over there and make a play, nobody's going to get injured. So we're going to have a small delay here to start the ball game. As I feel a little bit bad for Steven Hernandez because he's got himself ready to pitch in a moment's time here. I think they were getting ready to close that gate, and part of it, the other half of the gate, just fell to the ground. And so I don't know. We got Family Feud music playing at the ballpark in the interim, and I think they're just going to go ahead and leave it as is. They've propped it up, so hopefully nobody will have to go over there and try to make a circus catch on the fence line. But anyways, there's another flyover here as they come by. We're right by a couple of airports down here at Mulcahy Stadium. And I'm looking for numbers. I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to do some Google mapping and see what the dimensions are at this ballpark. But temperature at game time, 57 degrees. We had a slight drizzle a few minutes ago, and it's gone away. First pitch drilled into left center. High enough, though, it stays up there. Ben Har makes the catch, and there's one pitch and one out. So Ryan Linagio hit that ball pretty good, but just hung up there a little bit, and Ben Har flagged it down. Here's Blake Wilhoit, the catcher. We are underway here in Anchorage, and we're going to be down here a lot in the next 2 weeks. 4 times in a row this week, 2 against this Buck team, and in between the 2 Buck games is going to be 2 games with the Pilots. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Chinooks will be down here in Anchorage playing at Mulcahy Stadium against the Bucs and the Pilots. First pitch was in there, strike 1. Ball's inside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Blake Wilhoit. Chinook catcher tonight, batting in the 2 spot where he's been often as he's been in the lineup. That ball's high and tight, and it's 2-1. Blake 5'11", 181 out of Dallas Baptist University. Sophomore from Midlothian, Texas. Full windup for Hernandez. Fouls it off. And it's 2-2. Well, I'm going to check for fun. Not that we need another baseball game to keep up with, but curious to know what's going on in Omaha. Three balls, 2 strikes to Blake Wilhoit. You got the left on left matchup here. The pitch misses high. It's a walk. There goes the perfect game. So first walk of the night for Hernandez. Puts a runner at first with 1 out. Now it's Ryan Callahan. Callie steps in. 1 on, 1 out. 6'2", 220. First pitch swinging, fouls it off to the right, strike 1. Out of the University of California, Pennsylvania, sophomore from Bexley, Ohio. Facing the freshman from Arizona State University, a Chandler, Arizona native, Steven Hernandez. Grounder to third, 5 and 4 and 3, and it's a double play. Nicely done by the Bucs there, as that was Sorensen to Abear to Turgeon. 5-4-3 ends the Chinook first inning. No runs on no hits. You leave nobody on after 1/2 inning. It's the Chinook 0 and the Bucs coming to the plate. All right, let's bring you back and give you that Buck lineup. By the way, if you don't need to watch the College World Series, LSU's up 14-3 in the middle of the 8th inning, so it looks like the Tigers are going to secure another national title in Omaha. Here's the lineup that Kenny Hocuff has put down for tonight's ball game, and leading off is going to be the designated hitter, Miles Smith. Batting second, right fielder, Joey Nerat. Batting third baseman, Jackson Sorensen. Batting cleanup, the shortstop, Alex Pendergast. Batting fifth, center fielder, Lex Bodeker. Batting sixth, the catcher, Trenton Burkhalter. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Dante Turgeon. Batting eighth, second baseman, Curtis Hebert. And batting ninth for the Bucs, left fielder, Ben Haar. Defensively for the Chinooks, Ryan Callahan in left, Mike Kelly in center, Braden Broom in right. Around the infield, it's Ryan Matheson at third, Tommy Rover at short, Ryan Leonasio at second, Ty Beck at first, Blake Wilhoit behind the plate, and on the mound, 5'7", 175, a left-handed senior from Cumberland's University, Garrett DeClue. For Garrett, this is his third appearance of the summer, 0-1 with a 4.76 ERA. 11 1/3 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts to 3 walks. Littleton, Colorado native Garrett DeClue, and in there for strike one. Left-on-left matchup, this is Miles Smith, a DH. Full windup for Garrett. That ball gets away. Ball one. Miles Smith, 6'1", 205 out of UC Irvine. Sophomore from Torrance, California. Steps in. 1-1 pitch. That's off the plate. Well, it's starting to clear up here. We drove through a lot of rain, and we're just about 25 minutes up the road from here, and the roads were pretty wet the whole way. We had a slight drizzle through batting practice, and now the skies, they aren't clearing, but they're trying. Boy, pretty good spot there. Called a ball. 3-1. You know, Mr. Umpire's got to find his zone as well. Glad you're with us, Dr. John Groth on the play-by-play. Garrett, there's a good changeup, and off the end of the bat, it's a full count on leadoff hitter Miles Smith. Next pitch, pretty good spot. Boy, if those are balls, we're going to be out here for a while. Pretty good spots right there, called a ball. There goes the perfect game. Miles Smith is aboard with a walk. And that will bring up the right fielder, Joey Nerat. So this is a teammate of Blake Wilhoit, Joey Nerat from DBU. First pitch, another pretty good spot, called a ball. Well, we're going to be here for a while if those aren't strikes. Joey Nerat, 6', 200 out of DBU, a freshman from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That's well off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. Miles Smith, the leadoff hitter, reached via a walk. He's at first. Nobody out here. A 2-0 count on Joey Nerat, the right fielder. Garrett, the set. Now he'll flip one over there to Ty Beck. Try to keep Smith close to first base. Well, it looks like they've replaced the turf on the mound here, which is good news. Well, they had some problems with that earlier. There's a strike. Again, it's 2-1. They had, I think they had to postpone a game because the mound turf, they had band-aided that thing to death, and it looks like they finally put the full piece on there. So that's good for everybody. 2-1 pitch. There goes Smith on the run, and he'll have to come back. It's a foul ball. Little tapper, first base side. Still scoreless here, bottom of the first inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Garrett DeClue on the mound for the Nooks. 3rd start of the summer. 11 and a third innings pitched, 9 strikeouts, 3 walks for the senior from Cumberland's University. 2-2 pitch. That ball went off the bat, and it's a foul ball. He kind of interesting. Narat tried to kind of bail out of the way, and when he did, the bat came up into the zone, and the ball went right off of it. Two balls, 2 strikes. Deep breath, another flip over to first. Well, it's kind of nice that it's trying to clear up. The players appear to be very comfortable. Coaches got some long sleeves on and jackets, but I think it's going to be a decent night for baseball. Ground ball to third. This could be 2, 5, and 4, and 3. Another double play here in the first inning. This time the Chinooks turn it. That's Matheson to Leonesio to tie back. And both teams have turned to 5-4-3 double play here in the first inning. 2 outs, nobody aboard for Jackson Sorensen. Sorensen, 6'4", 225. He's out of Gonzaga. A sophomore from Idaho Falls, Idaho. Big left-handed hitter, and it'll be another lefty-lefty matchup. Foul tip. Blake holds on. Strike 1. Deep breath for Garrett. Breaking pitch. Catches the corner. And Mr. Umpire starting to get loose a little bit. There you go. Those umpires, they got to get warmed up too. They got to find their happy place and where they're going to be calling strikes. First inning's an adjustment for them. That ball's off the plate. Blake was set up outside, and Garrett hit his spot, but definitely not a strike. Looks like they might have redone the batter's boxes here as well, so that's good for the players. I know that those turf fields, while they don't need a lot of everyday maintenance, there's strike 3, and there's your inning. Backwards K. Jackson Sorensen strikes out looking. First strikeout of the night for Garrett DeClue. And both teams zeros on the board. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across. We'll go to inning number 2. Still scoreless. Stay with us. Back in just a minute. Four, 5, and 6 for the Nooks here, inning number 2. This is Ty Beck. First pitch to Ty. There for a strike. Another left-on-left matchup here. And a lot of those here in the first few innings. Ball bounces out of the glove of Burkhalter. 1 ball, 1 strike. Got 2 left-handed starting pitchers, and so far 5 lefties have come to the plate for both clubs. That pitch is going to miss just a tick low. Bucs got their pinstripes on tonight. I like the pinstripes. Got the white paneled hats with the black bill, black back. And the Nooks in their red tops, gray pants. Next pitch, just a little bit inside, not much. Got the red paneled hat with the blue back on it. 3 balls and a strike to the Chinook first baseman, Ty Beck. Next pitch, boy, kind of got fisted there and fought it off, and it's a full count. Well, I know that the hitters and the pitcher will appreciate pitchers in this ball game, and that newly placed turf on the mound in the batter's box. Another foul ball, like a fastball. Just a slight breeze out of the west, 2 miles an hour. Barely can tell. Shouldn't affect the game at all. Here's the next payoff pitch. And got in on his hands, and Ty fought it off again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Well, every time I was coaching third base at this ballpark and a plane went over, I would look up. And Ty just gets a piece of that one. The Colonel makes the play at first base. He's got the hoodie on tonight with the skull helmet. And Coach Tim Cole's got the short sleeve lightweight hoodie going. So evidently it's warmed up down there a little bit. It was cooler during pregame. Next 3-2 pitch. Fly ball pretty well hit to left center, and running over to make the catch is the center fielder Lex Bodeker for out number 1. That ball had some tail to it, and Bodeker had to stay with it to run that thing down. And so good at bat by Ty Beck. Fouled a number of pitches off and actually hit that one pretty good into the gap. And Bodeker did a nice job of staying with that thing and running it down. Now it's Austin Young. Austin Young, the designated hitter tonight, hitting right in the middle of that Chinook lineup. Takes strike 1. 4, 5, and 6 here in the second inning for the Chinooks. Fastball misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. Fouled straight back. 1-2. Hernandez. He comes set. And just off the plate. Not a bad spot right there. I'm not sure I could have taken that with 2 strikes. Audie gets the call. 2-2. The pitch. Fouls that one off. And we'll do it again. Hernandez got an interesting way of getting himself set. He kind of goes from the stretch position, but that front foot will kind of up and down a couple of times before he finally settles in. There's the leg kick in the pitch. Fouled off to the right side again, and out of play. Well, one of the reasons that I would look up is that years ago, I don't know if it was in the 70s or 80s, they had one of these single-engine planes crash onto the football field behind us here in left field. So, boy, just missed. Pretty good spot right there. And Audie gets the call again. It's 3-2. Good pitcher's pitch right there. It's a full count with 1 away. Nobody aboard. Top of the second. The pitch. Ball 4. So, second walk of the night for Steven Hernandez. And with 1 out and 1 on, Ryan Matheson steps in. And you heard, well, you didn't hear. Ryan Matheson was, he shared his Triple H's today in our discipleship time over at the Crossing, where we meet every afternoon. And it was great to hear a lot of the things that he's been through in his life. And it's one of the things that makes this whole summer really unique for the Chinooks is that about a 90-minute period every day that these guys meet together and talk about their lives, their journeys, and open up God's Word. It's pretty amazing what God can do in 2 months of that. get to be really, really close. You get to know each other very well, and you grow a lot. And you heard on the pregame interview from Tristan Copeland some of the things he's learned this summer. 1 ball, 1 strike. Little chopper foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, we still got zeros on the board. Had a couple of base runners. We've had 3 walks so far, but neither team has gotten a base hit. Next pitch, up the middle, and there you go. There goes the no-hitter. Might be a broken bat, but Matheson will probably trade a hit for a bat, I think. Time will tell on that one, but runners on first and second. Now it's Tommy Rover. Tommy Rover, shortstop tonight for the Nooks. 5'8", 175. Fresno Pacific University, a sophomore from Brentwood, California. Switch hitting shortstop. He's going to flip over to the right side against the left-handed Steven Hernandez, and he takes ball 1. Kick and the pitch. Boy, pretty good spot there. Called a ball. Well, Mr. Umpire, zone is at times here it's been pretty tight. Next pitch misses inside. 3-0. Well, we're glad you're with us. Get a chance to let us know where you're watching from. There's Jason Lester, watching from Xenia, where those scouts have gotten off to a great start this summer. Fastball misses, and its base is loaded now for the Nooks. 2 walks in the inning. That'll be 3 walks in the ball game for starter Hernandez. Audie goes to third, Matheson to second. Stepping into the batter's box is the 8 batter in the Chinook lineup, Braden Broom. So appreciate Jason checking in from Xenia. Yeah, let me know how the scouts did tonight if they played, Jason. You guys are +4, so it's almost 10:30 there. Chinooks are coming off a loss, kind of a tough one, on Saturday. They got beat by the Pilots 11-1 in 7 innings. Swing and a miss by Braden Broom. Strike 1. That snapped a 3-game winning streak by the Chinooks. They had beaten the Pilots, the Miners, and the Miners. And the Miners the Pilots came to town on Saturday and really swung the bats well, and it was a shortened run rule loss. No balls and 2 strikes as Hernandez has come right back to get ahead of Braden Broom. Here's the 0-2. Line shot foul, third base side. Base is full of Chinooks with 1 out. Ty Beck flew out to deep left center. And since then it's been walk, single, walk. But Hernandez has gotten ahead. 0-2, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. Boy, really good pitch there. Braden tried to just get the bat out and make contact. Could not do it. First strikeout of the night for the left-handed freshman from Arizona State, Steven Hernandez. Now it's the 9-hitter Mike Kelly. Mike Kelly will step in. First pitch in there for a strike. Hernandez seems to have found a little bit of a rhythm. 5'11", 155 from East Strasburg University is Mike Kelly, a junior from Schwenksville, Pennsylvania. And got a chance to chat with his father last week when he was in town watching some games out at Chugiak. Really enjoyed getting to visit with Joe. Scouts had the day off. All right, they're in first place by 2 games, so congratulations to the Xenia Scouts. Our Athletes in Action affiliate in the Great Lakes League. So awesome start there. 2 balls and a strike to the 9-hitter Mike Kelly. The pitch in there for a strike. 2-2. Chinooks with a nice opportunity here with the bases loaded in the top of the second. But now Hernandez 1 strike away from getting out of trouble with another 0 on the board. The pitch. Strike 3 called. Got him looking. And Hernandez really does a nice job there. A couple of strikeouts after the bases were loaded with only 1 out. He gets out of it with a 0. And the Nooks leave them loaded. No runs on 1 hit. You leave them loaded. You're through 1.5 here in Anchorage. It's the Chinooks 0 and the Bucs 0. Back in just a minute. Welcome back to Anchorage, Alaska. This is Dr. John Groth on the play-by-play. Still scoreless here, bottom of the second inning. And for the Bucs, it'll be 4, 5, and 6. Alex Pendergast, the shortstop, steps in against Garrett DeClue. Pendergast, 5'10", 180 out of DBU, another Patriot. So got a couple of Patriots in the starting 9 for the Bucs tonight. And Blake Wilhoit, DBU Patriot, behind the plate for the Nooks. So a couple of his teammates on the Bucs squad starting tonight. The next pitch is in there, and it's 1-1. And we have a lot of airplane traffic tonight. The 1-1. There it is. Just came into the view of the these airplanes. That one's kind of low. Fastball popping the leather, but a little out of the zone. 3-1. And he missed. Ball 4. So that'll be a walk, second walk of the night for Garrett DeClue. And with a runner on, nobody out, here's Lex Bodeker, center fielder. Fourth lefty in the lineup for Coach Hocuff tonight. And Pendergast at first, pretty good lead over there. First pitch. Boy, pretty good spot. Called a ball. And Garrett really frustrated. You can kind of tell. Both these pitchers, the zone has been kind of tight here in the early going. There's been 1 or 2 pitches that Mr. Umpire's gone off the plate, but not many. The ball's fouled straight back, out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Snap throw over. another pickoff, and this time stepping a dive by Pendergast. Counts 1-1. Still nobody out. Here's the pitch. That ball's hammered to center, and Kelly will not get it. Bad angle by Mike Kelly. It's going to go rolling all the way to the wall. And chugging into third is Lex Bodeker, an RBI triple, and it's 1-0 Bucs. Well, that ball was hit on the screws. And unfortunately for the Nooks, Mike Kelly, his first step or so was kind of to his left, and that ball had enough juice in it. It got by him and all the way to the wall. And there's a lot of gap out here at Mulcahy. So it's 1-0. RBI triple. And now stepping in is Trenton Burkhalter. That ball's hit high, left center field. That ball is off the wall. So back-to-back extra base hits for the Bucs. It's 2-0. Burkhalter, that's a high fly ball into the left center gap. And the only question is whether it was going to stay in the yard or not. It went off the wall because you had Callahan and Kelly converging. Neither of them could get there in time to catch the ball. And it banged off that wall. So you've had walk, triple, double. 2-0 Bucs. Still no one out. Here's the 7-hitter, first baseman Dante Turgeon. Turgeon, 6'3", 190 out of Chandler Gilbert College, a sophomore from Phoenix, Arizona. Takes a strike. It's 0-1. Well, the Bucs have got on the board here first in the bottom of the second inning. Garrett DeClue, the kick, the pitch. That ball's pretty well hit to right, but right at Braden Broom. He'll make the catch and get it in quick enough that will hold Burkhalter at second base. So that's an L9. Boy, that ball. Had 3 balls in a row that have been barreled up pretty good here in inning number 2 for the Bucs. Now it's Curtis Hebert, the second baseman. Curtis Hebert's on the list as a pitcher, 6'2", 190, University of Portland, a freshman from Anchorage, Alaska. And tonight he's playing second. Pitch is in there for strike 1. So you got a couple of guys on the Bucs that are from Anchorage. Count 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pitchers. One of their catchers. That's 5. We got 5 players on their roster from the Anchorage area. Here's the 0-1. That ball's drilled right at Tommy Rover. You throw second, safe. Boy, that was absolutely scorched. And Hebert is an out, L6, 2 outs. And here's the 9-hitter, Ben Haar, left fielder.
Second, 2 outs. That brings up left fielder from the University of San Diego, number 3, Ben Haar.
Ben Haar, 6'1", 205 out of the University of San Diego, a freshman. And he'll step in with a runner at second. 2 runs are already in here in the second inning for the Bucs. And another left-on-left matchup for Garrett DeClue. First pitch in there for a strike. Well, 2 runs on 2 hits so far. RBI triple by Bodeker, RBI double by Burkhalter. And Burkhalter still at second with 2 outs. The 0-1. Fastball over the outer half. 0-2. Well, there are fields all around Mulcahy, and I don't know, I guess there's some Pony League or Legion games that are going on outside the confines here of Mulcahy Stadium. Here's the 0-2, and breaking ball well outside, pops out of Blake's glove. And of course, we moved the ABL games to 6 o'clock starts, which I think nobody is going to complain about that. And I don't know if these other games are maybe later starts. Looks like some teams are gathering up, getting ready to play a game on both the fields out in the outfield. That ball's pretty well hit the left field. Callahan back toward the warning track and makes the running catch right in front of the State Farm sign for out number 3. Ryan Callahan put a star by that one. That saved a run. F7 if you're scoring at the house. But the Bucs, they get 2 runs on 2 hits. They leave a runner on. And after 2 complete innings, your new score from Mulcahy Stadium in Anchorage, Alaska, it's the Bucs 2 and the Chinooks 0. Welcome back to Anchorage, Alaska. Dr. John Groth with you. Well, it looks like the Tigers from LSU are your NCAA Division I national champions. That game has gone final. 18-4 is the final score. LSU over Florida. And kind of weird that it was such a pitcher's World Series. In the last 2 nights, he got a slugfest by the 2 winning clubs. Last night it was Florida. Tonight it's LSU. So kind of a weird way to end the World Series, but congrats to the LSU Tigers as they'll take home another national championship to Baton Rouge. Here is Ryan Leonasio. Flew out to left field his first time up, 0 for 1. First pitch off the plate, 1 ball, no strikes. Line drive, backhanded by the shortstop. He will not be able to make a play. That's going to be a hit. Absolute laser beam by Leo, and I'm giving him a hit. I don't know. That was absolutely crushed. So they are going to give him a hit on the board, so that's good news. And stepping in now is the catcher, Blake Wilhoit. Ryan Leonasio came into the ballgame 326. That's tops on the club. The Chinooks batting 248 as a club. Wilhoit 269 for the summer, 7 out of 26. Scored 3 runs, driven a couple in. First pitch was a ball. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Little tapper to second. Going to move the runner. You got to flip it quickly, and you do for out number 1. So good play there by Curtis Hebert to get Blake Wilhoit. He had to catch and throw quickly on that little tapper. Ryan Leonasio gets to second base, and now it's Ryan Callahan for the second time. And Callie grounded into a 5-4-3 double play his last time up. 326, second on the club in batting average, 14 for 43, 8 runs scored, 3 triples, 7 RBI for the left fielder. Takes ball 1. Well, you got a chance here with Leo at second. This is not a bad opportunity here to maybe get a bag. See if Leo tries to steal third here. Here's the 1-0. That ball's fouled off to the right side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Whenever you got that lefty on the mound, he's got his back to you as a base runner at second, and sometimes they just kind of go to sleep a little bit. Hardly depends on how well that second baseman's going to hold him. Not doing a great job here, so next pitch is going to miss inside. 2 balls and a strike. Got 1 out here in inning number 3. The 2-1. Missed inside, 3-1. Well, now you would think that Ryan going to take a healthy rip at something he likes. If he doesn't get something he likes, Ty Beck waits in the on-deck circle. Here's the 3-1. And that's high and inside, ball 4. So Callahan draws the walk. That's walk number 4 for starter Steven Hernandez. And now it is Ty Beck. Flew out to center his first time up, 0 for 1. Ty Beck, 212 on the year, 7 for 33. Does have a run scored, 6 RBI for the Chinook first baseman. First pitch misses a tick high. And it's 1-0. Well, we're glad to see we got 3 umpires tonight. Last game the Chinooks played at home, only had 2 guys show up. Not sure who ever got the story on what happened there. Got fisted, fouls it off to the left, down the left field side, out of play. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, it looks like they're starting to play some ball back behind Mulcahy here, so maybe 6:30 start time for those games. The 1-1. Ground ball, this could be 2, 4, and 6, and 3. So routine double play there. That's Hebert to Pendergast to Turgeon. And the second double play of the game ends the 3rd inning here for the Chinooks. No runs on 1 hit. You leave 1 on. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, and we are the Bucs lead it by a score of 2-0. Bottom of the 3rd inning here at Mulcahy Stadium. And for the Bucs, it's top of the lineup. Miles Smith to lead it off for the guys in pinstripe. 2 runs on 2 hits for the Bucs. No runs on 2 hits for the Chinooks. We play on here in the bottom of the 3rd. Miles Smith, 250 on the summer for the Bucs. 5 for 20. 5 runs scored. He's got 3 doubles, and he does have an RBI. Designated hitter tonight, batting in the leadoff spot. The 0-1 misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, again, the top 3 hitters for the Bucs tonight, lefties. Got 5 lefties in their lineup tonight. The 1-1. Pretty good spot right there. And Blake, I don't know where that was. That was not low. Mr. Umpire pointed over the Chinook dugout and said it might have been low. Pitch is in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. out to be a fairly pleasant evening here as the drizzle has gone away and hasn't cleared. The skies haven't cleared, but they're better than they were. Grounder up the middle, and that's a base hit. Now off the end of the bat. That's the first hit of the night for Miles Smith. And the Bucs right back in the saddle here after scoring 2 in the second inning. They've got their leadoff batter aboard, and now it's Joey Narat. Joey Narat's batting .400 for the Bucs. As a team, the Bucs .259. Narat batting .400, 8 for 20. 4 runs scored, a couple of doubles, a homer, 6 RBI. Fastball inside, strike 1. Well, Smith is 2 for 3 in stolen bases so far. He's at first. Pretty good lead. Fouled off. It's 0-2. Well, as we said a moment ago, the Chinooks 4 in a row here at Mulcahy. Actually 5 in a row. But they got 4 days in a row that the Nooks will play here, and then they have 2 off days, Friday, Saturday. There goes the runner, and ball's way outside, and Blake didn't even bother throwing it. So stolen base number 3 for Miles Smith. And now the Bucs with a runner at in scoring position, nobody out, and with the lefty on the mound in Garrett DeClue. Again, he's got his back to Smith here. The pitch. And that ball's in the dirt and gets away, and over to third goes Smith. So that'll be a wild pitch. Ball hit the turf before getting to Blake, and it bounced off him just far enough. And a good read right there by Miles Smith puts him at third with no one out now, and a 2-2 count on Joey Narat. The pitch. Way high and tight with that fastball. And it's 3-2. Corners are going to pinch in toward the bases. Middle guys are going to stay back. The 3-2. Healthy swing, and Blake couldn't quite hold on. Foul tipped it. And we'll do it again with a 3-2 count. 2-0 Bucs. Playing on here in the bottom of the third inning. Garrett DeClue from the set. The payoff, boy, took a lot off of that one, and the Rat just got the end of the bat on it. Garrett getting his sign. Bucs actually have a guy in their bullpen right now. So you may see a short outing here for Hernandez. Check swing, thought he went, and yes, he did. The ball is to the, and nobody's moving. I don't know why Blake didn't go after that ball. So it's going to be a strikeout, a wild pitch, and a run. Boy, lots going on there. It's going to be a run. It's going to be a strikeout of Narat. It'll be a wild pitch. Narat reaches. And, boy, that's not good for the Chinooks there. That ball gets to the screen. You got to hustle after that thing. Strike 3 call. It was a check swing for sure. Third base umpire. I think the question may be if it was a foul ball or not. It sure didn't appear to be a foul ball from our angle. We're way up, though. I mean, we don't have the best of angles here, but the hitter definitely swung at it. It's just a matter of whether I think the question here is whether he tipped it or not. And they're asking the field umpires if they either heard anything or saw anything that would indicate it was a foul tip. If it was a foul tip, we'll do it over again. And they're talking things over. There may be something here. I don't know. First base umpire seems to have the biggest opinion here on what happened. Not an easy play right there. You got all kinds of things going on at once. Check swing, wild pitch. The question is whether anyone heard it or saw any evidence that it went off the bat. And they're still kind of talking it over. And they're going to go ahead and replay this. So that helps the Chinooks. That takes a run off the board. And the first base umpire evidently saw enough evidence there. And I've already written down all my stuff on my score sheet, so it's in ink. So we'll have to regroup here with a 3-2 count. And Blake kind of chuckling at the hitter. And the hitter didn't move much, which also might have been an indicator that he knew it went off his bat. And because if he didn't think it went off his bat, he checked his swing, but he didn't move towards the bag at all. So Kenny Hokoff's not going to be happy with the outcome here, but I think they got it right. Evidently, there was evidence. If you think through how that played out, probably did tip the bat. And so now we're back at a runner at third with a 3-2 count. And Joey Narat back in the box. Long delay. Here's the pitch. And there's another foul ball, and that goes off the helmet or helmask of Blake Wilhoit, and we'll do it again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Garrett DeClue, the kick. The next 3-2 pitch, and there is called strike 3. So Narat thought he had ball 4. He'll go back to the bench. Strikeout number 2 for Garrett DeClue. So you got 1 out in the inning. You still got a runner at third. Now it's Jackson Sorensen. He took a third strike his first time up. He's 0 for 1. First pitch from Garrett in there for a strike. Sorensen on the year, 353. He's having a nice start to his summer. 18 for 51. 11 runs scored. That leads the club. Line shot foul. Back off over the clubhouse of the Bucs on the third base side of the ballpark. 0-2. 4 doubles, a triple, and 11 RBIs. The 11 RBIs also tops for the Bucs. But he's got an 0-2 count here in the third inning. The pitch. And man, hammers that one into the turf. Foul. Still 0-2. Well, you'd love to get something here. Strikeout or an infield pop-up. Keep that runner from scoring from third. Miles Smith reached on a single to center. Stole second base. There's a ball right up the middle, off second base into center. RBI single for Sorensen. Well, pretty well hit ball. It went right by the legs of Garrett DeClue and off of second base. And so that'll be an RBI for Sorensen. And Smith comes home to score the third run of the ball game. Here's Alex Pendergast, the shortstop. He walked and scored back in inning number 2. That ball is high, and that ball is deep, and that ball is going to be way out of here. Left center field, and a 2-run home run for Alex Pendergast. And that was a blast. Home run number 1 of the summer for Pendergast. RBI 7 and 8 for the shortstop, and that was a no-doubter. So 5-0 Bucs now after the 2-run home run by Alex Pendergast. Now it's the center fielder Lex Bodeker. He had an RBI triple his last time up. Pops this one up. Should be Leo's ball. Now it's going to be Ty Beck coming in front of Leo to make the grab. And that'll be out number 2. So Pendergast absolutely mashed that ball.
Catcher number 16,
And
Brendan Burkhardt.
Callie took about 3 steps toward the center, that Conoco Phillips sign in left center, and just stopped because that ball was way out of here. Stepping in now for the Bucs is the catcher, Trenton Burkhalter. And Burkhalter takes ball 1. Burkhalter, 314 on the summer. 11 for 35, 5 runs scored. A couple of doubles, a triple. And Burkhalter with a couple of RBIs. And he's ahead at 2-0. As Garrett DeClue works here in the bottom of inning number 3. 5 runs on 5 hits for the Bucs. Fouled it straight back. 2-1.
There's another foul ball brought to you by Little Caesars Pizza.
Well, there's still a lot of baseball in front of us, but the Bucs have come out swinging the sticks tonight. Yeah, ball's going to miss high. 3-1. Next pitch off the plate, ball 4. Well, you might see a visit here from the Babe. It's going to be walk number 3. And, well, so far nobody. Here's the first baseman, Dante Turgeon, lined out to right field his first time up. He's 0 for 1. First pitch just a little bit high. Turgeon comes into the ball game at 139, 5 for 36, 8 runs scored, a double, a triple, a couple of home runs, 9 RBI. I want to say one of those homers was against the Chinooks earlier this summer. Takes a healthy rip at a fastball, fouled it straight back. It's 1-1. Wouldn't think you'd have Burkhalter moving here. Catcher by trade. 2 outs. In the dirt, and there he'll go. Good jump, and Blake throws it to the bag, and they got him. So that'll be a caught stealing. Burkhalter tries to get the jump, and Blake Wilhoit pounces and throws him out. So that'll do it for the Bucs here in the 3rd inning. But the Bucs get 3 runs on 3 hits. They leave nobody on. Your new score after 3 complete innings here at Mulcahy Stadium, it's the Bucs 5 and the Chinooks 0. Austin Young will lead off here in the 4th inning. Chinooks got a little work to do. And Audie takes strike 1. Audie, 263 on the summer, 10 for 38, 3 runs scored, 3 doubles, 4 RBIs for the Chinook DH. And he takes ball. It's 1-1. Next pitch, foul tip. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, you had, I don't know who they got down there. There's not a number 1 on their roster, but they had number 1 throwing. Look out, hit the bull. Ball. Hernandez lost his grip on a breaking ball, and it went all the way to the net. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So they don't have a number 1 on their roster, so the next pitch misses, 3-2. If they do go to number 1 in that bullpen, we'll have to figure out who that is. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. And a leadoff base runner for the Chinooks here in inning number 4. 5 walks in the game now for Steven Hernandez, the left-handed freshman from Arizona State. Hernandez, this is his 4th outing of the year, all 4 as a starter, 0-3 with a 10.60 ERA, 9 1/3 innings coming in, 9 strikeouts and 6 walks for the freshman from Chandler, Arizona. First pitch misses inside, 1-0. This is Ryan Matheson, and Rhino a base hit up the middle his first time up, so he's 1 for 1. Next pitch is outside, 2-0. Matheson, 244 on the year, 11 out of 45. Boy, that's drilled up the middle, base hit. And the Nooks got something going here in the 4th inning, a walk and a single. So you got 2 on, nobody out for Tommy Rover, the shortstop. Tommy, 171 on the summer, 6 for 35. 5 runs scored, a double, a triple, a homer, and 3 RBI. And the switch hitter will stay on the right side against Steven Hernandez. He's going to lay down a bunt, and it's going to be fouled off for strike 1.
Here's another foul ball brought to you by Little Caesar Sweets.
5 runs on 5 hits for the Bucs. 0-3-0, and that ball's fouled straight back. Next pitch. Little pop-up right field, trouble here, and can't get there. A lot of foul territory here at Mulcahy, and I like the way they've got this. All they got to do is cut the center field grass. They actually got the foul lines inlaid in the turf, so they don't have to paint any lines on the outfield grass. They don't have to paint any lines on the infield turf. They just got to cut the grass here, and I wouldn't mind having this set up. I wouldn't mind having a fully turf field. But we're thankful for what we got out in Chugiak. Beautiful field at Lee Jordan Field, Loretta French Complex. Another foul ball straight back. No balls, 2 strikes. So you got the turf here at Anchorage, and then the turf in Chugiak. Natural surfaces in Palmer for the Matsu Miners, and in Kenai for the Peninsula Oilers. They're natural surfaces. Next 0-2 offering, swing and a miss. Took something off the off-speed pitch there. Like a good breaking ball or a changeup. And that's going to be strikeout number 3 of the night for Steven Hernandez. And stepping in now is Braden Broom. He struck out back in the 2nd inning. He was the first strikeout of the night for Hernandez. Good swing right there. Can't connect. 0-1. Audie at second. Matheson at first. Only one out here in the inning. Here's the pitch. Off the plate. The Chinooks had an opportunity back in the second inning. They loaded them up with one out. And Hernandez able to strike out Braden and Mike Kelly to end that threat. The 1-1 pitch. Off the plate. 2-1. Two-one pitch. This could be 2-4, and you drop it. You throw to short. Got him. Safe at first. So that'll be a fielder's choice. 4-3. Braden hit that ball pretty good, but he hit it right at Abear at second base. And so Broom will reach on the fielder's choice. Matheson out at second base. Young to third, and now it's Mike Kelly with the runners on the corners. 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. First pitch is off the plate with the fastball. And boy, threw the ball in the dirt. Braden just got a little bit of an aggressive lead over there, and Hernandez thought he'd flip one over there just to keep him close. Next pitch, fouled off to the left. One ball, one strike. The kick, the pitch, ball in the dirt. And pretty good job there by Burkhalter, the catcher. Block that ball and keep it right in front of him. 2 balls and a strike. We're in the top of the fourth. And the pitch. Chopper foul went right off of Mike Kelly's, like it went off the side of his hip there. And we got Deuces Wild on the board. Runners on the corners for the Chinooks. You might see Braden Broom move here. There he goes. And there's ball 3, excuse me. And now you got 2 in scoring position after Braden Broom steals second base. And we'd love to get a base knock right here and cut into this 5-0 lead. Left on left matchup, the payoff. Fouled off, we'll do it again. We've seen Mike Kelly in these kind of situations earlier this summer, and he's been a good battler. And he's been able to get some base hits in these situations where he'll battle and battle and battle and knock one up the middle or the other way. Still 3-2 with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Ground ball is right back at the pitcher, and Hernandez, nice job of snagging that one. And that'll do it. It'll go 1-3 if you're scoring at the house. The Nooks leave 2 more guys in scoring position. That's 6 base runners left on base and 4 of them in scoring position. A 0 on the board. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's 5-0 Bucs. 7, 8, and 9 for the Bucs here at Mulcahy Stadium on a Monday evening here in Anchorage. This is Dante Turgeon, 7, 8, 9. Turgeon, Hebert, and Haar to face Garrett DeClue. First pitch in there for a strike. Turgeon 139, swings through a pitch. It's 0-2. We walked through his line last inning, but 5 for 36, 8 runs scored. A double, a triple, 2 home runs, and 9 RBI. Fouled off. Count stays 0-2. At 9 RBI, third on the club. Sorensen's got 11. Lacey's got 10. And then it's Turgeon with 9. 0-2 count here. As we play on in the bottom of the 4th inning, Bucs hold a 5-0 lead. Ball's fouled off to the right. Kind of a cooler night here in Anchorage. Been a cooler summer and a wetter summer. A lot of rain. We came through a lot of rain on the way to the ball game today. It was raining pretty good in Chugiak when we left our ballpark. And when we got to Eagle River, it was dry. But then on the way in, we went through off and on heavier showers. And by the time we got to Anchorage, it was just a drizzle. Kind of drizzled through batting practice. And now it's cleared up, so we're thankful for that. That ball is fouled, broken bat. That ball goes over to the left side by the Bucs clubhouse. Count remains 1-2 on first baseman Dante Turgeon. Well, the plane traffic has died down a little bit. The first inning and a half or 2 innings, there were planes buzzing over this ballpark. Seemed like every 30 seconds. Garrett, the 1-2 pitch, another foul ball. That's going to go off to the right side. Well, looks like all these fields right here, down here by Mulcahy, have the turf infield and the grass outfield. And he got him swinging. Good job by Blake, and he threw it away. Well, you got to clear yourself there, and Blake did not clear himself. And that's got to be a coordinated effort between Blake Wilhoit and Ty Beck. And it's either got to be inside or outside, and that time it needed to be outside. And what happened is Blake tried to throw it around the runner. So it'll be a strikeout officially and then an E2. And Turgeon will reach. And now it's Curtis Hebert, the second baseman. He lined out to short his last time up. Fly ball, shallow left field. Callahan took a couple steps back, and he can't get there. Well, Callie thought that ball was going to go further than it did. He took a step or 2 back, and then he came racing in and couldn't make the play. So kind of a rough start here for the Chinooks. That'll be a single. You got 2 on and nobody out for the 9-hitter, Ben Haar. And Ben Haar, 241 on the year for the Bucs, 7 of 29. He scored 7 runs. He's got a double. He's got a homer, and he's got 4 RBI. And Blake out there to try to encourage the starter, Garrett DeClue. Probably deserves a little better this inning. And what he's gotten now is 2 on and nobody out. First pitch in there for a strike. Ben Haar flew out to left field his first time up. Really nice play by Ryan Callahan. You'd love to take a double play or even a triple play right here. There's the pitch. Boy, got him to chase a high fastball. It's quickly 0-2. And just as we talked about not having airplanes fly over, here comes another one. Well, there's a smaller airport right on the way to the ballpark, and there's the big one off behind the right field wall. Every once in a while we'll see the big jets landing and taking off beyond those baseball fields in the right field part of this ballpark. But the little ones come flying from the third base side. The 1-2 pitch, low and away. Thought about swinging, but held up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch, ground ball through the hole into right field. Runner's going to be sent home, and he'll score easily. That ball took forever to get to Braden, and now you miss the cutoff, and thankfully Blake runs out there and gets the ball corralled. So it'll be an RBI single for Har to right field. Hebert stops at third base. Turgeon scores easily. That ball, when it hit the grass, just stopped. So you're really not going to have a play at the plate at all, and that'll bring the Babe out of the dugout. Easton Babe, assistant coach, going to go out and try to settle down Garrett DeClue. It's 6-0 now. Bucs, we're playing on in the 4th inning, and nobody tossing in that Chinook bullpen. Now you're going to get someone down there. It looks like Logan Mance is going to go down to that bullpen and maybe start tossing a little bit. Well, the Nooks are coming off a run rule loss here on Saturday against the Pilots, and well, you'd like to stop the bleeding here before it gets to that point. Still a lot of baseball to play. We're not even halfway home yet. And you're back to the top of the lineup for the 3rd time tonight. Miles Smith, a walk and a single. He's 1 for 1. And Smith has scored a run. Last time up, single to center, and eventually scored on an RBI single by Jackson Sorensen. Here's the first pitch. In there for a strike. It's 0-1. Well, the Chinooks will welcome the second discipler of the summer. Eric Nodal comes into town this week. There's a breaking pitch, throw to second base, and it's a stolen base for Ben Har, the left fielder. And for Ben Har, that's stolen base number 6 of the summer. He is now 6 for 7. And that's the second stolen base of the night for the Bucs. 1-1. Now you're going to bring all your infielders in. Still no one out. Good solid fastball there by Garrett DeClue, and it's 1-2. Well, you're down 6 here in the 4th, and you got to do something to try to keep this thing in check. So the infielders are all in, trying to cut that run down. The 1-2. Chopper, tough play right here, and you got to get an out. And Ty came in for a couple of steps, and then he stopped. And there was nothing to do. Garrett DeClue had to pick that ball up because it wasn't going to go foul. And you want to get an out of it, so nice job by Garrett to at least get an out. That'll go 3-1, or 1-3 on the put out. First out of the inning scores a run, though, as Hebert comes home. That'll be an RBI for Smith on the ground out, and it also will move Har over to third base. It was a chopper, and I'm a little surprised. I don't think that Hebert was coming initially, but that ball's hammered. Left center gap, not getting that one. All the way to the wall. And Kelly will get it in. It's an RBI double for Joey Nerat. That ball was smoked, and no chance to get that one. RBI for Nerat. And 3 runs on the board here in inning number 4. And it's 8-0 Bucs. So here's Sorensen. He had an RBI single his last time up. That's the 3rd hit of the inning for the Bucs. And Logan Mance down there getting loose for the Chinooks. And just a little bit outside, not by much. And 8 runs on 8 hits now for the Bucs. They have really hit the ball well tonight. The 1-0 ground ball foul. First base side. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out in the inning. Nobody scored in the first inning. The Bucs scored 2 in their half of the second, and then now they've scored 3 in the last 2 innings. We play on here in the 4th. And now you got Narat, the right fielder, thinking about going to third. I'm telling you, it happens a lot. If you don't hold that runner with the lefty, he's got his back to you. See an awful lot of guys steal a bag, and it's kind of a wave through that pitch. And Sorensen kind of halfway swung at it. That double by Narat is 3rd of the summer. He leads the club with a 400 average, and tonight he's 1 for 3. And he started running toward third again, and Tommy was right on the bag, so Garrett just stepped off and stopped him. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. Good job there by Garrett to come back. And let's see. Unofficially, that's 4 strikeouts now for Garrett to clue. And now it's Alex Pendergast. 2-run home run deep to left center field his last time up. He's 1 for 1. He's scored twice, and he's driven in 2. Not a bad night at the yard for Alex Pendergast. And I wouldn't think with 2 outs now you'd think Narat would be running here at second. Here's the pitch. He's just kind of distracting Garrett, drawing attention out there. And I was going to say, you got to have Leo, holding him over there. Tommy Rover got the righty here who drove the ball out of the yard last time, and Tommy was holding the runner. It's got to be Ryan Linagio's bag to cover here. Next pitch. There for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. $8-0 Bucs as we play on here in the bottom of the 4th. Deep breath. Here's the 1-1. Misses high. 2-1. Well, Logan Mance got to be pretty close to being ready to come in if needed here. It's just a matter of when Tim Cole wants to bring him in. Is whoever number 1 is for the Bucs continues to throw in their bullpen. Haven't one on the roster. It's actually not 1. 4. And off the handle, but up the middle for a hit. Another run comes home. 9-0 Bucs. Boy, he got jammed. Pendergast kind of muscled that thing up the middle. Did not get the barrel on it. The Bucs have barreled a lot of balls tonight. That wasn't one of them. And Pendergast will get his 3rd RBI of the night. Drives in Narat. And the 8th batter of the inning is Lex Bodeker, the center fielder. First pitch misses, ball 1. Bodeker, an RBI triple his first time up, and he popped up to first base back in the 3rd inning, so officially 1 for 2 tonight with a run scored and RBI. Big hack right there on the off speed. ball, 1 strike. So my eyes deceived me here. It's not number 1, it's number 4. And there's the ball in the dirt, thrown down by Blake, and he got him. All right, caught stealing at second base. Good job by Blake Wilhoit to stay with that ball in the dirt. But 4 runs on the board for the Bucs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. And your new score after 4 complete innings, it's now the Bucs 9 and the Chinooks 0. So the new pitcher is J.D. Goodcase, 6'3", 185, a right-handed freshman out of the University of San Diego. And he'll take over for Steven Hernandez, who will not be the pitcher of decision here tonight, as he goes 4 innings. And now he'll give way to J.D. Goodcase. Gives up no runs on just 3 hits, does the starter Steven Hernandez. So quality start for him, but not enough to get the win. So now it's J.D. Goodcase. And we'll give you some information on Mr. Goodcase here momentarily. Leading off for the Chinooks is going to be the leadoff hitter, Ryan Leonasio. And Leo takes ball 1. So for Goodcase, this will be, let's see, outing number 8 of the summer. He is from, first pitch, or next pitch is going to be, he's from Ventura, California, University of San Diego. 0-2 with a 4.82, 8th game to pitch. He has started 1 game, 9 1/3 innings, 6 strikeouts, 9 walks. Grounder backhanded by the third baseman, Sorensen, throws over to first base, and there's 1 out. Here's Blake Wilhoit. Wilhoit 0 for 1. So 9 runs on 9 hits for the Bucs. No runs on 3 hits for the Chinooks. Blake Wilhoit steps in. And first pitch is in there, strike 1. Blake a walk and a grounder to second base. He's 0 for 1. And boy, popping the leather there. No balls and 2 strikes. Going from the stretch. And Blake just gets a piece of that thing. Count remains 0-2. Way inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Chinooks have won 3 of their last 4 ball games. Coming into tonight. They beat the Pilots on Sunday, the 18th, 6-5. 5-3 winners at Palmer against the Miners. And then they beat the Miners at home 4-1. That was on Friday. And then Saturday took a tough loss, 11-1 to the Pilots at home. Off day yesterday, and they're back at it today. Ground ball. And the Babe makes the play over there in front of the Chinook dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ryan Leonasio grounded out to third to open the inning. Here's the 1-2. Foul tip, and it's held onto by Burkhalter for a strikeout. First strikeout of the night for J.D. Goodcase. And that's 4 strikeouts for Buck pitching. 2 outs in the inning. Now it's Ryan Callahan. 0 for 1. He grounded into a double play, and he walked. Ground ball up the middle, and you make the play. Abear throws to first, can't make it. That's going to be an error on the second baseman. Good throw, he would have been out. And Callahan is aboard with 2 outs. Well, Turgeon tried to pick it over there, and he couldn't. And probably, if you throw that ball to Turgeon 10 times, he probably picks it 8 or 9 times, but he didn't do it that time. So it'll end up being an errant throw by the second baseman, Curtis Abear. Ty back swings through a fastball. It's 0-1. Well, you'll take what you can get here if you can kind of maybe generate a little 2-out energy here in the 5th inning. We're almost halfway home. And that's going to catch the outside corner, 0-2. Coach Tim Cole's gone to the hoodie here in the 5th inning. Colonel Ted has gone with the hoodie the whole ball game at first base, coach's box. Next pitch. And boy, just missed. Pretty good spot right there. Ty gets the call. 1-2. Top of the 5th, 2 outs. The pitch. Fouled off. Well, I want to say that we've seen Mr. Goodcase and he did pitch against the Chinooks on June 9th. And that's going to miss low. And he actually, I think, took the loss that night. Faced 12 batters, pitched 2 innings, gave up 1 run. It was earned, 4 hits. He walked 2, struck out 2. So second time of the summer for Mr. Goodcase to face the Chinooks. Here's the 2-2. Pretty well hit high into the gap in center field, and drifting over to make the catch is Lex Bodeker for out number 3. So F8 if you're scoring at the house. And we'll head to the bottom of the 5th. We're halfway home. 9-0 Bucs. Logan Mance is going to take over on the mound for the Chinooks here in the 5th inning. And 6'1", 200, a right-handed junior from the University of Missouri at St. Louis. He is a Slinger, Wisconsin native. And as a pitcher, Logan a two-way player. As a pitcher, this will be outing number 2. He has pitched 4 2/3 innings. Struck out 3, walked none. ERA in the ABL, 1.92. He's 0-0 with a 1.92 ERA. And in those 4 2/3, giving up 6 hits. So, second outing as a pitcher for Logan Mance. Stepping in for the Bucs is Lex Bodeker. Fly ball, shallow center. Mike Kelly took a step back and he falls right in front of him. So, got jammed on that. Another kind of a jam job that finds some grass out there. Leadoff single, and everything going the Bucs' way tonight. They've earned a lot of their runs for sure. Barreled a lot of balls up. Had a couple of seeing eye ones. That was kind of another jam job that Bodeker kind of able to muscle into center field. And Logan, a little frustrated, fires a pickoff over there to try to get Bodeker off of first. Trenton Burkhalter steps in for the Bucs. 1 for 1 with an RBI tonight. Double and a walk. Next pitch is in there. And it's 0-1. 9 runs on 10 hits for the Bucs. No runs on 3 hits for the Chinooks. Both teams have committed an error. And the ball pops out of Blake's glove. One pitch. Big hack right there. Popped up right side. Playable for Leo at second, and he'll call tie off for out number 1. Well, you got 1 out. Now you're a double play away from putting a 0 on the board. Here's Dante Turgeon.
1 on, 1 out. That brings up first baseman number 13, Dante Turgeon.
Ball hit through the 6 hole, base hit. Turgeon, that's his first hit of the night. Hit number 11 for the Bucs. And they have swung it well tonight, no doubt about it. 2 on, 1 out. Here is the second baseman, Curtis Hebert.
That brings up second baseman number 2, Curtis Hebert.
Hebert, 372 for the Bucs this season, 16 for 43. 6 runs scored, 5 doubles, a triple, 7 RBI. Bucs trying to add to a 9-0 lead here. And you are right now in that run rule territory where it turns your opportunities to score runs into 7 innings instead of 9. So need to shut this down. Bucs score 1 more run. Looking at only 6 more outs for the Nooks. Look out, that ball's drilled foul, first base side.
There's another foul ball brought to you by Little Caesars Pizza.
How do I get on that Lucky Wishbone thing? Lucky Wishbone, they just gave some Lucky Wishbone. That's a pan-fried chicken right there on 5th Street, pretty good stuff. Pop up in the infield. This will work. Let's see. And Will Hoyt's going to call it, and he makes the catch. Good job by Blake to stay with that ball. Hebert pops up. And there's your second out of the inning. Now, here's the 9-hitter, Ben Haar. RBI single his last time up. He's 1 for 2. He has scored a run. And you got 2 on and 2 outs. Logan Mance, the set, the pitch. Fastball way up. 1-0. Well, you'd love to keep it here, and if you do, you got 4 more innings to score runs. The Bucs are able to get that 10-run margin. All of a sudden now it turns into a 7-inning ball game. We're popping the leather. Called a strike. It's 1-1. Has this sign. Likes to set with those hands right in front of the belt. The 1-1 pitch well off the plate. Good job by Blake to snag it with his glove. Next pitch, that's going to miss high. 3-1. We're at the 9 spot, so it would roll it back to the top. High pop-up should be playable for Matheson on the third base side. He'll make the grab in foul territory for the final out. So nice job there by Logan to get out of trouble. That'll be P05 if you're scoring at the house. No runs on 2 hits. You leave 2 on. We are through 5 innings, and your score remains the Bucs 9 and the Chinooks 0. Austin Young to lead it off here in the Chinooks 6th inning. Back on the mound is J.D. Goodcase. Audie takes a rip at the first pitch, fouls it straight back. It's 0-1. Well, I was looking at that box score for that LSU game. Kind of wondering how many home runs were hit in that game, and it doesn't look like as many as the other night. I'm looking here, and it looks like LSU only hit 2 homers. And that pitch is going to miss low. Looks like Florida had 2 home runs as well. But 18 runs on 24 hits for the LSU Tigers. 4 runs on 5 hits for the Florida Gators. So quite the slugfest in the last 2 nights of the College World Series. After the days before that were pitching showcases. Audie draws the leadoff walk, and that's exactly what the Nooks need to get back into this. They need base runners. First walk for J.D. Goodcase on the evening. 6 walks for Buck pitching. Runner at first, nobody out. Ryan Matheson. 2 for 2 night for Rhino. And you just need to keep getting base runners here. Big hack by Ryan Matheson, strike 1. 5, 6, and 7 for the Chinooks here in inning number 6. Big right-hander. Boy, pretty good spot. Called the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. 9-11-1 for the Bucs. 0-3-1 for the Chinooks. Well, we'll be right back down here tomorrow against the other Anchorage team, the Pilots, as Matheson fouls a fastball straight back. So it's Bucs, Pilots, Pilots, Bucs this week down here at Mulcahy. And the Nooks have Friday, Saturday off, and then we'll be back down here for another game with the Pilots. So 5 games in a row right here in Anchorage for the Chugiak E River Chinooks. And then 2 more next week. 1-2 pitch just inside 2-2. You got a single game on Monday the 3rd of July at Lee Jordan. And that's the only home game among 7 here at Mulcahy. A swing and a miss by Matheson. He strikes out. Down to second goes Audie Young on the wild pitch. So the base was occupied. That'll be 1 strikeout for J.D. Goodcase. And 5 strikeouts now for Buck pitching. Here's Tommy Rover. And Tommy will flip it over to the left side. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. First pitch swing and pops it up. Shallow left field. This is Ben Haar coming in. Got room, makes the catch. He had to come a long way to make the catch. And there's 2 outs. And that'll bring up right fielder Braden Broom. A strikeout and a fielder's choice to second. He's 0 for 2 tonight. We'd love to get this run in and get off the schneid. Goodcase. The kick, the pitch, swing and a miss. Braden comes up empty. Waves through that fastball. It's 0-1. Next pitch. Fouled straight back. No balls and 2 strikes on the Chinook right fielder. So the college baseball season officially over. I guess the next thing for a lot of those guys is going to be the MLB draft. I haven't even looked at. I'll have to check out when that is. That's coming up soon. Used to be during Omaha. I had the fortune of playing in Omaha my senior year, and the draft would start while it was going on. I had teammates that got drafted during Omaha. The 0-2, high and tight. And I never liked that. I never did like the fact that you had guys, a really big moment in their lives, getting drafted by the pros while they're playing in arguably the most important tournament they've ever played in, the College World Series. That fastball just misses, not by much. 2-2 now to Braden. Two outs, the pitch. Fouled straight back, we'll do it again. Well, the draft is July 9 through 11. I'm just pulling that up. Boy, inside corner, I don't know. We haven't gone that far in all night. Braden didn't like it. His opinion doesn't matter. Mr. Umpire is the one with the final decision. And that's 2 strikeouts in the inning for the big right-hander, J.D. Goodcase. That's 6 in the ball game. And the Nooks leave Austin Young at second base. No runs on no hits. They leave 1 on. We're through 5.5 here at Mulcahy. Score remains 9-0 Bucs. Top of the lineup for the Bucs. This is the DH, Miles Smith, for the fourth time tonight. And more than likely, probably going to try to see the Bucs try to shorten this game. Bottom of the sixth, it's 9-0. First pitch well short of the plate, ball one. Logan Mance back on the mound, came on in the fifth inning. Able to put a 0 on the board, gave up a couple of hits, and got 3 pop-ups. Next pitch is going to miss, 2-0. You don't want to do here is you don't want to put Smith on base to lead this inning off, as the Bucs just need 1 run to make it a 3-out ball game. Keep it here, you got 3 more innings to score some runs, and 9 outs is a lot better than 3. 9 runs on 11 hits. 1 error for the Bucs, no runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Chinooks. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Just off the plate, pretty good spot right there. Logan thought it was a strike, so did Blake Wilhoit. It's kind of the same pitch that Braden Broom just got punched out on. The 3-1. High pop-up. Playable for Tommy Rover at short. And he'll squeeze that one for out number 1.
Nobody on, 1 out. That brings up.
Now it's Joey Narat. 1 for 3. Drove a ball to the left center field gap for an RBI double his last time up. Struck out looking in the third. Grounded into a double play back in the first. First pitch. In there for a strike. 0-1. Well, the sun is trying to make an appearance. Well, I'm sure it's going to happen, but trying. A little brighter here than it was a few minutes ago. The 0-1. Check swing, thought he might have gone, and third base umpire says no, sir. It's 1-1. 1 out, nobody aboard here in the bottom of inning number 6. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. It's 1-2. Logan, the set, the 1-2. Pretty well hit ball, left center field. This is drifting back toward the track, and Callahan runs it down. So good job by Ryan Callahan to track that one down in the gap. And there's 2 outs. Now it's Jackson Sorensen.
Jackson Slate, third baseman number 30, Jackson Sorensen.
Couple of strikeouts and an RBI single to center for Sorensen. 1 for 3 on the night. First pitch in there for strike 1. Well, the Bucs have gotten productive at bats up and down their lineup as Sorensen takes strike 2. And I'm looking through their lineup, and I think all 9 hitters have gotten a hit. Pop up left field, this should do it. Callie under it in left field, makes the grab, and it's a 1-2-3-6 inning for Logan Mance. Nicely done by the right-hander from Missouri St. Louis. Well, we're through 6 innings. We're going to the 7th, and the score remains 9-0 Bucs. Mike Kelly will lead it off for the Chinooks here in the 7th. He'll take a fastball wide, ball 1. J.D. Goodcase still on the mound. Foul tip by Mike Kelly. It's 1-1. Next pitch fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another foul ball.
There's another foul ball brought to you by Little Caesars Pizza.
1-2 pitch. Had a notion, but I believe he went. They're not going to check it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. We're in the top of inning number 7. Nooks need to do some work here. Need some base runners and some base hits. The 2-2. Pop up infield, playable. Who's going to call it? And boy, you got a collision, and J.D. Goodcase held onto it. Coming in was Jackson Sorensen. He called for it, and in a perfect world, you would have had J.D. Goodcase bail away, but as is, he'll make the grab for out number 1. Officially, P01 of pop-up foul territory caught by the pitcher. So back to the top you go, Ryan Leonasio. First pitch to Leo, swing and a miss. Ryan Leonasio tonight, F7, a single to short, and a grounder to third. 1 for 3 tonight. The 0-1. Just a little bit inside, maybe a hair low. Pretty good spot right there. Call the ball. 1-1 with 1 out. Big right-hander off the plate. J.D. Goodcase, 6'3", 185. Freshman out of University of San Diego. The 2-1 pitch fouled off. Third base side, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes on Ryan Leonasio. Nooks only able to muster 3 hits tonight. Pretty good job by Hernandez and Goodcase to scatter those hits. However, the Nooks have left 8 on base. They've had their opportunities, 5 in scoring position, so just have not been able to produce the timely hitting tonight. Full count on Leo, the pitch. Little looper, right field, playable. This is Narat making the grab, and there's 2 up and 2 down here in the 7th. Now it's Blake Wilhoit for the 4th time. A walk, a grounder to second, and a strikeout. He's 0 for 2. First pitch to Blake, check swing, thought he might have gone. And not sure, I'm a little surprised they're not checking that. I think if we had the replay, he would have been swinging at that one. Here's the 1-0. Just a bit low. 2-0. J.D. Goodcase, the kick. The pitch misses low, 3-0. Comes set. The pitch, and there's ball 4. So a 2-out walk, and for Goodcase, that'll be his 2nd walk. 7 walks for Buck pitching. They've gotten away with. That's where a lot of those base runners have come, is 7 free passes. And they've been able to navigate the traffic tonight. Now it's Ryan Callahan. Well, talking about that draft, the draft will take place July 9 through 11 in Seattle. First pitch, grounded is short. This should do it. 6-4 ends the inning. That's Pendergast over to Hebert for the final out of the 7th inning. No runs on no hits. You leave one on. And we're through 6.5. It's time to stretch it out at the ballpark. The Bucs lead it by a score of 9-0. Back to that draft I was trying to describe as that ball was hit. So rounds 1 and 2 will be held on Sunday, July 9th, beginning at 7 p.m. Rounds 3 through 10 are Monday, July 10th. And the draft will wrap up on Tuesday, July 11th, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, with rounds 11 through 20. So there's what's next for these college guys that are hopeful to get drafted. It'll be, I guess, another couple of weeks before they'll know whether they're going to get drafted or not. And so, anyways, with the College World Series wrapping up, for a lot of those guys, just kind of watch and wait here for the next couple of weeks. Back at Mulcahy, bottom of the 7th inning, 4, 5, and 6. For the Bucs, Alex Pendergast.
Number 6, Alex Pendergast.
Boy, what a night he's had. Scored 2 runs, hit a 2-run home run, and RBI single in the 4th. 2 for 2, 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored for the Bucs shortstop. First pitch swung on and fouled off to the right. Strike 1. Logan Mance on the mound for the Nooks. And, well, you hate to say it, but the goal here is to keep the game going. The Bucs are able to score a run, that will end it. 9-0 here in the bottom of the 7th. ABL adopted a run rule after 7. Hard ground ball to Tommy. It's short. He throws him out. 1 out. So 1 up, 1 down. Here's Lex Bodeker. Bodeker has a nice night going. 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored for the Bucs center fielder. Again, every Buck in the lineup has at least 1 hit. They got 11 on the night, so they've spread that love up and down the lineup. First pitch swinging, fouls it off to the left side out of play. Smith in the leadoff spot has got a hit. Narat in the 2 spot has got a double. Sorensen, he's got a single and an RBI. Pendergast is 2 for 4 tonight with 3 RBIs. Bodeker swings through that pitch. Bodeker's got 2 hits. Burkhalter's got a double and an RBI. Turgeon's got a single. Hebert's got a single, and Haar has an RBI single as well. Foul tip struck him out. 2 up and 2 down. First strikeout of the night for Logan Mance. And that's 4 strikeouts for Chinook pitchers. Here's Trenton Burkhalter. 1 for 3, an RBI double back in the 2nd inning. Chuck swing, did not go, ball 1. You're 1 out away from getting another crack at things here if you're a Chinook fan. The 1-0. Misses. 2-0. Good spot right there. Logan Kind of glaring in at the umpire, wondering where that was. 2 outs, nobody aboard. The pitch. Another good spot. Maybe just a little bit high. Logan going to step off the mound and regroup a bit. Here's the 3-0 pitch. In there for a strike. It's 3-1. Those youth league games still going on behind the center field and right field wall, and there's 2 fields out there. Fouled off. It's 3-2. We just turned the corner on the 2-hour mark here. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. Nicely done there. A 1-2-3 inning. Logan Mance done a really nice job of putting zeros on the board. He's put up 3 zeros in a row. And the last 2 innings, he's gotten the Bucs in order. We'll go to the 8th inning. It's 9-0 Bucs. Tybeck to lead it off here in inning number 8. The Chinooks got a lot of work to do to get back into this one, but there's still time. You got 6 outs to work with. Swing and a miss, strike 1. This is J.D. Goodcase. Came on in the 5th inning, and right now he would be the pitcher of record for the Bucs as Hernandez came out in the 4th. That ball is tapped foul. Off to the left side. And it's 0-2 on Tybeck. Ty, couple of fly balls to center field and a grounded into a double play in the 3rd inning. 0 for 3 tonight. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. And there's 1 up and 1 down here in the Chinook 8th inning. 3rd strikeout for Goodcase. 7 strikeouts for Buck pitching. So stepping in now is Audie Young, the DH. Austin Young has walked 3 times. Just not having a bat yet. He walked in the 2nd, he walked in the 4th, and he walked in the 6th. He's back up there in the 8th. The 1-0. Pretty good spot call to ball, 2-0. 9 runs on 11 hits for the Bucs. No runs on 3 hits for the Nooks. Ball 3, another good spot. And both these pitchers kind of shaking their heads, having to walk back on the back of the mound to gather themselves. It's a 3-0 count on Austin Young. And that one short hops. And he's walked for the 4th time tonight. So 3 walks now for Goodcase, 8 walks in the game for Buck pitching, and you just hate the fact that you've allowed them to get 8 walks and you haven't scored a run yet. But both Hernandez and Goodcase have navigated the traffic fairly well. Obviously throwing a shutout. Here's Ryan Matheson. That ball's hammered, and that'll be an infield single. Tough play there for Sorensen. Could not reach it. And Matheson has his 3rd hit of the night. 2 on. 1 out. Here's Tommy Rover. Tommy will flip it back to the left side again, and Tommy 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. Struck out, flew out the left. First pitch way out of the zone. Ball 1. Well, you'll take all the help you can get here, as the Nooks got some work to do, but they got 2 on with only 1 out here in the 8th. J.D. Goodcase, the freshman from San Diego. The pitch. Misses high, 2-0. And that's going to bring a visit from Trenton Burkhalter. And generally with a 9-run lead, you're just trying to pound the zone here. Mr. Umpire going to try to keep this thing rolling here. Pace of play has been good tonight, despite the fact that you've had some big innings by the Bucs. You know, we've only played just over 2 hours of baseball here, and we're in the 8th inning. So, all things considered, could have been a lot longer night at the yard than it has been. Especially for the Nooks, who trail by 9. Here's the 2-0. And off the plate, 3-0. You're 1 pitch away from loading them up. The 3-0 pitch. Kind of a get me over BP fastball there, and it's 3-1. J.D. Goodcase, the set, the 3-1. Ball 4. So he's walked 2 in the inning. That's 4 walks in the game, 4 walks in the game for J.D. Goodcase, 9 overall walks for the Buck pitchers, and that could be all here. It is going to be all. You got a new pitcher coming out of the bullpen, and the bases are full of Chinooks. Back in a minute to let you know who the new arm is. right, the new pitcher is David Lajovic, 6'3", 200, a right-hander from Long Beach State University. He is a freshman and a native of Bray, California. He'll step in with the bases loaded and Braden Broom at the plate. Another good opportunity for the Nooks. First pitch swing and you pop it up, and boy, just on top of the dugout. A little surprised nobody went after that. No shot to get it, I guess. So 0-1. And the sun just making a slight appearance here. Shadows coming in from that right field corner. The 0-1 pitch fouled off, and it's 0-2. Well, you got Audie at third, Matheson at second, Tommy Rover at first, and an 0-2 count on the 8 batter, Braden Broom. The 0-2, Tapper, foul, stays alive. 1 out in the inning. The Nooks trying to get on the board for the first time tonight. They have left 9 on base, 5 in scoring position. 0-2 count, the kick, the pitch, fouled out of play. We'll do it again. Well, we got the brightest sunlight of the evening right now. Still have these, I don't know, 19-plus hour days up here. They are getting shorter by a few seconds a day. The 0-2. That's in the dirt. Top of the 8th, 9-0. One-two. Boy, just off the plate. I couldn't have taken it with 2 strikes. Braden gets the call. Buck fans not happy about that. And pretty sure Lajovic thought he had strike 3. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And he hit him. And there goes the shutout. Braden Broom just took one off the shoulder. And that'll be an RBI. And that'll get the Nooks on the board. 9-1 now here in the 8th inning. That's got to sting a little bit. Broom is making his way slowly down to first base. Take that oven mitt out of his back pocket, put it on his right hand. Still only 1 out. Here's the 9-hitter, Mike Kelly. Kelly 0 for 3 tonight. A strikeout, ground back to the pitcher, and a pop-up to the pitcher. First pitch in there for a strike. David Lajovic, 6'3", 200, the freshman from Long Beach State. Inherited a bases-loaded jam. Line drive, left field, and over the head of left fielder Ben Haar. He misplayed it. This is going to score at least 3 runs, and Kelly with good speed will end up at third with a triple. And just like that, it's 9-4. Well, this is what we talked about. The Nooks have not gotten that timely hit until right there. Mike Kelly slaps it, and Ben Haar took a couple of steps in, misplayed it, and it sailed over his head. So that'll be a triple. And it'll be a 3-run triple for Mike Kelly. And it's 9-4. Back to the top you go. Ryan Leonasio. Ryan Leonasio 1 for 4 tonight. The 1-0 pitch misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. Well, you like to see this out of the Nooks. They had gotten guys on all night, could not score anyone. And that ball's in there. 2-1. You got a hit batter with the bases loaded, and then you got a bases clearing triple by Mike Kelly. The 2-1. Tapper to second base. This will get another run in. And it's 9-5. So So an RBI fielder's choice off the bat of Ryan Leonasio. And the Nooks have cut it to a 4-run lead now. It's 9-5. And stepping in with 2 outs is Blake Wilhoit. They have brought 8 batters to the plate here in the 8th inning. Full swing, fouls it off on the left field line for strike 1. 9-11-1 for the Bucs. 5-5-1 for the Nooks. Off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Pop up left field. Is it going to stay in live ball area? Not quite. Right into that bullpen area where the Bucs pitchers get loose down the left field corner. Nobody throwing at the moment. For now, it's David Latchevek's ball game. For the Nooks, no action in their bullpen either. So it'll be Logan Mance going back out there. Ground ball, right side. Boy, you slide down, knock it down, and got him. Good play there by second baseman Curtis Hebert. He slid and knocked that ball down and was able to get up and make the throw just in time to get Blake Wilhoit. However, the Nooks, they get 5 runs on 2 hits. You leave nobody on base. You go to the bottom of the 8th. Your new score from Mulcahy Stadium in Anchorage, Alaska. It's the Bucs 9 and the Nooks 5. Well, Logan Mance back on the mound for the Chinooks. He's come on and pitched 3 scoreless innings. The first inning gave up a couple of hits, but since then he he has retired 8 in a row. Retired the Bucs in order in the 6th and the 7th. And now it's 7, 8, and 9 here in the 8th inning. This is Dante Turgeon to lead it off. No, it isn't. Got a pinch hitter. Zach Thomas will be the pinch hitter.
Pinch hitting for Bucs, number 27. For LSU unit, Zach Thomas.
Zach Thomas, 6'3", 220. He is a freshman out of Jessup, Georgia, and he's out of LSU Eunice. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a chopper to third. Matheson on the run, throws him out. Footwork over there by Ty to slide over. 1 up, 1 down here in the 8th inning. That's 9 in a row now for Logan Mance. Stepping in is the second baseman, Curtis Hebert. 1 for 3 night for Hebert. Hebert, the Anchorage native, pops up shallow center field. Mike Kelly under it, and there's 2 outs. So So 2 up and 2 down. Logan Mance now 10 in a row for the Chinooks. Really nice job out of the bullpen. He came on in the 5th inning, and all he's done is thrown zeros on the board. Here's the 9-hitter, Ben Haar. Haar is 1 for 3, scored a run, drove one in. And Kenny Hokuff's giving his pitcher a chance to breathe here by having an offensive conference with Ben Haar. We're in the bottom of the 8th. The Bucs still lead by 4 runs. A 5-run 8th inning by the Chinooks has tightened things considerably, but they still got a lot of work to do in the 9th inning. First pitch just off the plate, ball 1. Next pitch, grounder. This is Leo, throws it over to Ty, and it's a 1-2-3 8th inning. Another good job. 11 in a row by Logan Mance. No runs, no hits, no errors. And we'll go to the top of the 9th. The Chinooks, they need 4 to tie, 5 to take the lead. And coming up, Ryan Callahan, Ty Beck, Austin Young, 3, 4, and 5. Back in a minute. Well, it's the 14th game of the season, and so we're going to go to John 14 tonight. Thomas said to him, Lord, we do not know where you are going and how we can know the way. And Jesus said to him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. John 14:6, the verse of the day here on game 14 of the ABL summer for the Chinooks. Coming up for the Chinooks, it's going to be Ryan Callahan. Callie on the night, looking for his first hit. 0 for 3 with a walk. Boy, it would be a nice time for him to get off the schneid tonight, get something going here. 9-5 our score. You got 3 outs to work with. Boy, you got jammed. Easy play here for Sorensen, and there's 1 out. Well, you got 2 outs to work with. Here's Ty Beck. Ty, also 0 for 4 tonight. Looking for his first hit. A couple of fly balls to center, a double play ball, and a strikeout his last time up. David Latjevek, the freshman from Long Beach State, on the mound for the Bucs. First pitch just misses, ball 1. 9 runs on 11 hits for the Bucs. 5 runs on 5 hits for the Chinooks. That ball was well high, 2-0. Well, you need base runners. Here's the 2-0. Misses high, 3-0. Well, you put 5 up with 1 out. Back in the 8th inning, your leadoff hitter last inning was Ty Beck. He struck out, but then you proceeded to score 5. And that ball's in there for a strike, 3-1. Audie walked. Infield single by Matheson. Another walk to Rover. Braden got hit by a pitch. And then the big hit of the inning, a bases clearing triple by Mike Kelly. And that ball went off of Ty's foot. And he'll hobble down to the bag with 1 out. And looks like he's going to be okay. So that's what you need. However they get on, you need base runners. Here's Austin Young. And all Austin Young's done tonight is get on base. He's walked 4 times. First pitch. Called a strike. Wow, that must have been And on the outside corner. So it's 0-1 to Audie, the pitch. And that is off the plate. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Misses high inside. 2-1. Can Audie walk 5 times in one game? It's a couple pitches away from doing it. Big right-hander David Lekjevik. The pitch. Grounder up the middle. This could be the ball game. 6 and 4 and 3. There it is. Well, it's not a walk. It's a game-ending double play, and the Bucs will get win number 11 of the summer. No runs on no hits, no errors here in the 9th inning. The Nooks would end up leaving 9 on base, 5 in scoring position. And your final line score, Chugiak, 5 runs on 5 hits. They commit 1 error. And the Bucs, 9 runs on 11 hits. The Bucs do commit 1 error. Let's go back and wrap this one up, get you on your way. Scoring started in the bottom of the 2nd inning. It was 0-0 through an inning and a half. The Bucs would score 2 runs in their half of inning number 2. A walk to Pendergast, a triple by Bodeker. It was 1-0, and then an RBI double by Burkhalter. It was 2-0. They would come back and score 3 runs in the 3rd inning, and boy, they really that stretch of the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th inning, they just hammered the baseball. And that inning, let's see here, the big blow in that inning was a 2-run home run by Pendergast, and so RBI single by Sorensen was also a big hit in that inning. And then a 4-run 5th inning, and I'm sorry, 4-run 4th inning. It was 5-0 after 3, and then it was 9-0 after 4. And boy, they just strung a bunch of hits together in that 4th inning. A leadoff strikeout reached base on an errant throw by the catcher Blake Wilhoit. A single by Hebert, another single by Haar that scored a run, and a fielder's choice to the pitcher scored a run. A double by Verrat scored a run, and a single by Pendergast scored a run. And so a 4-run inning, and that really set the tone for the rest of the ball game. At that point, it was 9-0. It would stay 9-0 for the next 3 innings, and in that top of the 8th, with 1 out, the Nooks would find something as Audie walked, an infield single by Matheson, another walk to Rover. The bases were loaded. Then Braden Broom got hit by a pitch, and then the big hit for the Chinooks tonight was that bases clearing triple by Mike Kelly, scoring 3 Chinooks. And the Nooks would score 5 in that 8th inning, but that wouldn't be enough to overcome a 9-0 lead by the Bucs, and they would not be able to score any more. Final line score, 5-5-1 for the Chinooks, 9-11-1 for the Bucs. Your winning pitcher tonight is going to be J.D. Goodcase, and your losing pitcher is going to be Garrett DeClue. And so DeClue will take the loss. Goodcase will get the win. There is no save in order tonight. The loss will drop the Chinooks now 2 games under 500. They'll drop to 6-8, and the win will take the Bucs record to 11-7. And let's go back and look at the box scores, give you some stars of the game on both sides. Boy, the Bucs had a lot of guys with some pretty good nights at the plate. Actually, a couple of guys, but they got good production up and down that lineup. As I don't think there was a Buck in the starting lineup that did not get a hit. We're going to look at that here momentarily, as the final is 9-5. And on the Bucs side of it, you got a couple of multi-hit guys. Pendergast, 2 for 3 with a couple runs scored. He gets 3 RBIs tonight. And then Bodeker, 2 for 4. He scored a run and drove one in as well. So those are your 2 stars of the game for the Bucs. On the pitching side, pretty good start for the starter Steven Hernandez, but he only goes 4 innings, so won't get the win tonight. But 4 innings, 3 hits, no runs, He walked 5 and struck out 3. Then it was good case for 3 1/3 innings. He gave up 1 hit, 3 runs. They were all earned. He walked 4 and struck out 4. And then it was Lakjevek for an inning and 2/3. He gave up 1 hit, 2 runs. They were both earned. Did not strike out a batter and did not walk a batter. So that's the story on the box score for the Bucs. For the Chinooks, boy, not a lot of offense, but Ryan Matheson, a nice night at the plate. He's your star of the game for the Chinooks offensively. 3 for 4 with a run scored for Rhino. And, of course, Mike Kelly got the big hit of the night for the Chinooks. He got that triple over the left fielder's head. 1 for 4 night for Mike Kelly with 3 RBIs. He also scored a run. On the pitching side, Garrett DeClue goes 4 complete innings, gave up 9 hits, 9 runs. They were all earned. Walked 3, struck out 4. And then it was Logan Mance. And, boy, that's probably another encouraging sign for the Chinooks is Logan Mance. He comes in and throws 4 innings. He only gave up 2 hits, no runs. He did not walk a batter, and he struck out 2 bucks. So what's next for these two clubs? Well, the Chinooks will be right back down here at Mulcahy tomorrow, 6 o'clock game against the Anchorage Glacier Pilots. And let's see what's next for the Bucs here. Let's see, today is the 26th. So 27th, they are at Herman Brothers against the Miners. And so that'll wrap things up from Mulcahy on a kind of a chilly Monday night as the Nooks drop a ball game to the Bucs by a score of 9-5. Thanks for the chat on the broadcast. Appreciate Jason checking in. Greg, thanks for your comments there at the end. The Nooks dropped their second ball game in a row. They'll try to get back on the winning way tomorrow against the Anchorage Glacier Pilots. One of 5 in a row from Anchorage, as we'll play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from right here in Anchorage, off Friday, Saturday, and then back down here on Sunday, July 2nd. So thanks for watching. Thanks be to God who gives us the victory through Jesus Christ our Lord. This is Dr. John Groth from Anchorage, Alaska. Until next time, so long, everybody.